All right, we're continuing with Lower Decks. Definitely, I think it's my favorite of the newer shows. Like, I think I like it more than Strange New Worlds, and I really like Strange New Worlds.
Really? Wow.
Strange New Worlds is great. I just like this a bit more. That's all.
Yeah, Lower Decks is awesome.
Good show. So, we're watching Temporal Provocations, which is. I think Badgie is technically the B plot, but really it's about Badgie. It's a Badgie episode. And then
He steals the show here, yeah.
Yeah. Much Ado About Boimler, where we're gonna go to the farm. With Boimler gets his medical issue and he has to go to the special farm. There's a dog involved. And then Veritas, where we're going to be held in contempt of Eels. And we're going to get the story about the cleaner. And pay very attention when they're censoring things. Pay attention to how they're censoring things. Like Rom, beep, Yulin. Perfect.
Lower Decks.
Yes, Crisis Point, which is the movie parody with Vindicta.
And we have a trilogy.
Do we have a trilogy? I only remember
eventually. I don't remember. I think there was a third. I don't remember.
Okay. And then No Small Parts, which is it's the season finale. It has the exo comp lady. What's her name? Peanut Hamper.
Yes.
Peanut Hamper, and then Shax does his thing, and then it's the Titan. TNG theme.
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's not helpful, Jonathan. What do you mean? We need an actual warp vector.
Yeah.
This is why Troy left him by the time of Picard. Absolutely insufferable to be around. The jazz. But yeah, 5 episodes today. We'll finish season 1. How about that weather? Did you catch the weather last night?
And also quite windy at the moment.
Cool.
Been very hot around here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Well, at least for people around here's taste, but that includes me now. I'm
well,
I'm apparently gun native, and I'm sweltering along with everyone else. Yeah.
It's because it's so humid and there is no AC and the buildings are designed to keep
That's true. In. Yeah. The lack of AC is a problem.
I have been to New Mexico at the height of 40 degrees Celsius heat, and it has been largely fine. Sunburn, obviously, but
yeah. No, you're right. It is the humidity.
Heat is fine.
Raining in central Canada. Right. 4 days now.
God, I need to go to central Canada. It hasn't rained here in forever. It is a balmy 58 degrees outside. No chance of precipitation. Of course not. I just want it to rain. I want the rain.
We had a smidge of rain yesterday, but
we did very briefly. Yeah. I wouldn't have minded a little bit more. I was picnicking, but I think honestly I would have liked a light drizzle right about then. Would have been very nice, but it didn't.
The nice thing about the UK climate is that when you get these heat waves, you almost always end up with a storm afterwards.
Also, 1 minute to start. Everyone be queued up.
There was a thunderstorm warning in some regions last night, wasn't there?
Maybe.
I don't know if I've actually seen a thunderstorm while I've been here.
Have you heard a thunderstorm while you've been there?
Don't think so.
No. You must just be avoiding them.
I guess.
Because
you do travel to America a lot, so maybe you just miss them.
That's possible. Especially, do they happen in the summer?
Yeah, mostly in the early summer.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty often in Maine at that point.
Okay, so I have.
Like I said, when we get heat waves.
About my dog.
Yep.
She just farted really strongly and then ran away. Press
True
play in
troll.
3, 2, 1, play. Thanks, Aphid, for trapping me here with that. God.
Who's a good dog?
Gross. She's very gassy in general. Is that the warp core?
Ejected.
I don't. That was not the Enterprise D warp core. I've heard the warp of the Enterprise D a lot. That is not what it sounds like. I really think the warp is supposed to be a lot deeper, so I'm like, whoa. Phase them? Okay. Good quick response from
Part of
Ransom.
cold opens.
Yep.
I think
Understand,
that's
sorry.
very reasonable. With all the crazy alien possession and shapeshifters and yeah, no, it's
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
Good move. I still can't get over it. We watched this like 4 years ago, but I still can't get over the fact that Captain Picard was possessed by an alien and admitted to being possessed by an alien, and everybody else on the ship was like, well, he's the captain, so I guess he's still in command.
Yeah.
God, season 1 sucked. I don't even remember what episode it was anymore, but it was somewhere in season 1. So yes, I really appreciate Ransom pulling a phaser instead of just saying, well, I guess that's just what's happening, don't worry about it. Ooh, space trash. Oh! Martok? Yeah, Martok is here. Very Cardassian sort of design.
Yes,
It's
we
like
know
half
you're
a
Worf.
Cardassian freighter. Yeah, that's Martok.
Nice.
He actually has a lot of roles in this show. He shows up all the time. My god.
Playing tug of war with starships. 100-year-old Starfleet technology.
Yeah,
Why
don't
haven't
worry
they
about it.
salvaged it by now?
Yeah.
They didn't know where it was.
It's not important. Yeah, that's possible.
It wouldn't be the first time they lost a whole starship.
No, certainly. And it would have drifted.
Jesus, Doctor. Starbase 80.
I hadn't noticed just how anonymous the lower deckers are to the rest of the crew in the first season.
Yeah.
Absolute nobodies. Mariner, by the end of this season, I think in episode 9, is going to be very much not anonymous on the ship.
Whatever, I'm Starfleet as hell is the great line. People do go on at length about how Starfleet they are, and rephrasing that is always fun.
We're Starfleet. We have a duty to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's potentially a controversial opinion. I don't get the appeal of a taco salad
Ooh.
because I want shell in every bite, and when the shell is the bowl, that's just a hassle.
True.
I'd rather just have a taco.
Interesting. Yeah. I think the point is to have a less of a shell to other food ratio. Just bits
I,
of taco.
I love the shell. The shell's
But
like the
yes,
best part.
that is definitely the trade-off.
The shell is really the warp core of tacos. It's the best part.
What's the deflector dish of the taco then?
The deflector. Um, the deflector of tacos is when you have a really big shell and not a lot of filling. So you're trying to like get the whole thing, but you're either gonna get a bite that's just either all shell, or you have to open your mouth like an unhinged jaw of a snake. It's deflecting your attempts to eat it.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, you fool!
I do get, I do get frustrated with any food item
Too big.
that tends to squirt food out.
Mm.
But hi, Badgie.
Cute for now.
Always cute. Just benevolent looking for now.
Why are there gravitational waves in this simulation? That's so excessive, Rutherford. It has to have been the original plan to have them date at some point. Why would they have this scene if that wasn't
Yeah,
the plan?
that does seem likely. Wonder why they decided not to.
As someone, I don't know if I'd call myself a programmer because it's not my job title, but I definitely do programming for my job, and this is definitely exactly how it feels. It's like, no, I promise it usually works. So you're just looking at it, so it
Oh.
broke.
Yeah. When you're going to do a demo.
I think that's the first time it's Boims.
Mm.
My God. Sabotage. There's a saboteur on board. Okay. Based on what they know, they should probably call security. Boims, take a lesson from Ransom from the cold open. Something weird is happening. Call security.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Delta Shift's fault. Okay, never mind. We solved it.
Yeah.
I would have a hard time believing Boimler doesn't wipe down a panel. Oh no, I know what it is. He forgot to wipe it down like yesterday, and now he feels bad.
Oh, okay. He had an excuse. His skin was tingling. The cleaning products made it feel weird.
It's very Jack Bauer.
Not the choo 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 dance. Oh, there's Jen again.
Yep.
Gamma shift? Wait, this happened before Picard, right? Yeah, this was several years before Picard season 3.
Yeah.
Like IRL or like definitely in
Yes,
universe. Of course.
IRL. In terms of the plot point of throwing things at starships with the tractor beam.
Oh, gotcha. There's a lot of that in this episode. Shouldn't they just shut off the holodeck? Like, if you don't have power to keep up safety protocols, just like end the program.
Yeah. Yeah, Starfleet programmers are just terrible at their jobs.
Yeah.
Starfleet engineers, it's just...
Wait, can't they just end the program if they can choose a program?
No. It only accepts inputs that are convenient for the plot.
Of course.
Could we load a simulation of like a
nice
Starfleet
sunny day on the
security
beach.
barracks or something, and they can all just shoot batteries?
Yeah. Or simulate the interior of the holodeck with the exit and everything.
No, that was already an episode. That was a Moriarty episode.
Please let me
Oh,
shoot.
true.
You've been very good this month.
I've been very good.
Let me eject the warp core.
Jesus. Relax,
Fuck
Marshall.
you.
If you take the perspective of Star Trek as documentary from the future, I wonder how many other times someone has actually said "fuck you" and but history recorded something a little bit more dignified.
Oh, we found it. Very convenient. I don't know if he's very Starfleet. I'm not convinced by
That
that.
wasn't very Starfleet of you.
Did you plug yourself into it? No.
Yeah.
Where did you even get the helmet? Did you already have this? Maybe Fletcher isn't actually this terrible usually. This is just brain damage from plugging himself into a computer.
That sounded like strong
Yeah.
bad for a second. It's been a big learning experience for me.
About that.
Well, they're gonna keep learning. That was also a very weird speech for Mariner to give. We're Starfleet. We can do anything. It's like, come on, girl. Do we have a phaser? Okay, yeah, I was about to call her out on that. It's like putting Boimler in danger is your favorite hobby. Okay, remember that line.
Yeah.
Why did you program Badgie to get tired? Why did you do that? She's you good? I mean, the stairs seem to be working fine.
Yeah.
Why mess with success? No, just stun him. Probably would have been faster to stun, but I'll accept. I'll accept tying up. I can't help but notice nobody's called security yet. Like, we're not covering for Fletcher anymore. Surely.
Well, they're still covering for themselves, their own involvement.
Bye, Fletcher bot.
um,
Maybe we should fire a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of phasering. What? Their warp core? Oh, that's disappointing. But like, couldn't we just target the tractor beam when they started throwing stuff at us? Why are we now killing them? Good job, Shax. You're so strong. So it's the safety protocols just mean that Badgie can't hurt them. But, like, it doesn't affect his personality. He was already evil and just being restrained. He was being shackled by the protocols. Rutherford, what did you program him to do? You made this character.
No, I think it wasn't part of the original programming.
Oh no. He was almost defeated by the power of friendship. He was distracted by the power of friendship for just long enough. Jesus.
That's definitely the last we see of Patchy.
He will return. No, rat him out. No. The Titan. Is he on the Titan? Because we see the crew of the Titan later. I don't remember him being there. Let's see.
Why people
Mariner.
always get promoted upwards, failed upwards.
This is why we have evil admirals at Mariner. You're part of the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, not on the Titan in later scenes. Okay. And nearly gets you killed, Boimler. Don't forget that part. All right, we solved it. And now Much Ado About Boimler, which is... there's a dog, there's a farm, there's Mariner being, you know, Mariner. Much Ado About Boimler. Okay. The important thing here in this episode, though, is the dog. She has updated the dog. Maybe not a good plan. Maybe Starfleet shouldn't let people create abominations as science projects. But what if they're very cute abominations?
Oh, Fletcher with Tim Robinson. Okay, that makes sense.
Tim Robinson. I know the name. I can't think of the face.
I think you should leave.
4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
It was a very Tim Robinson character.
Okay, no, looking up... I looked up the guy. I have no idea who this is.
Very good sketch comedy about someone, usually about someone being aggressively awkward. Like if you've seen the hot dog man meme.
A puppy! Oh, he's still all beat up from Badgie. Continuity. %6? Are you sure? Yes.
Aw. Who has malleable
Aphid,
protein
you have
bonds?
malleable protein bonds. Nope. No run. Tendi, what have you done? Not interested in the spider dog with breaking limbs? Alright, whatever.
That can swap between two versions of itself.
And fly and talk.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. Who's an abomination of nature? You are. It's okay if they're a very good perversion of science. We haven't missed any direct episode references, right? This has been pretty self-contained.
Yeah, there wasn't any last episode.
Okay, this is a reference. These outfits
Yes.
are a reference to Chain of Command from TNG. This is what Picard, Beverly, and Worf wore to go infiltrate some Cardassian base. Okay, Jellicoe type, that's also Chain of Command. Oh, he's a good dog. Not you, you're a good cube now.
Yes.
No, you just look dumb. No. Nope.
That's a Goku reference.
What reference?
I think that was Goku hair.
Oh.
Beam me sideways.
Totally gonna go without any issue.
This is probably fine. It's fine, it's just cosmetic. Don't worry about it, Boims. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
These two look eerily similar. Oh! Jen Hale. That's Jen Hale. Jen Hale, who is Bastila in Knights of the Old Republic. She's Shepard from Mass Effect.
Yep.
She's in every BioWare game ever as female protagonist. Yeah, that big improvement.
Nobody wants a sparkly captain.
It's the Doctor House of
to the gardens. To the farm.
He's going up to a farm up space.
The dog.
Oh, Jesus. Tended, did you see that, or did you just ignore it?
That's conveniently not.
I don't think she saw it. Yeah.
Gross. No, Mariner, you fool. That sounds like a promotion. Oh, no, she just realized.
Yeah.
Oh my god, who designs their ships like this?
Animated series reference?
But what episode?
I think he's just in a lot of the episodes of the animated series as one of the officers.
He also sounds very familiar.
He's a guy who used to do like trailers. This summer, rated R.
Just trying to look evil, even though he's the nicest guy.
Oh my god, Mariner, what have you done?
And Next Generation.
It was Starfleet as hell, after all.
Ah, yes. It's really distracting for me that that's Jen Hale.
What has she done?
Everything. BioWare, mostly.
Most famously, probably, is Shepard from Mass Effect.
Yep.
God, it's an axolotl species. Fascinating.
Our most brackish gratitude.
Mariner, what have you done?
Hmm.
Oh god, it's covert operation. It's a little less cool than Picard's covert operation in this outfit. A secret botany mission.
Oh. Mhm.
If they really wanted to sell that this ship is evil, it should have been doing some bois.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that person hanging from the ceiling had the same face as Boimler. Okay, so there's... Okay, I don't think this is a reference to Rascals. It's familiar. Okay,
Yeah.
the term rascal is a reference to Rascals. My god.
We figured this out.
Okay, well that one's from Threshold. Wheelchair Beep is... What's Pike's Wheelchair Beep episode?
It's the menagerie.
Menagerie.
I think. Yes.
But why is he just lying? How come they don't have necks in these suits?
Hmm.
They have like travel pillows around their necks.
Why is Mariner being so incompetent?
Well, give it about
Oh, no.
5 minutes and we'll figure it out.
Yes. Yeah, they do explain.
Yeah. Any other references? There's a duck guide. There's a evil skeleton man.
These are those faces, apart from his face.
Yes. Do it. God, what a snitch. Well, that's not a reference to an episode, but that's a reference to how problems are solved in TNG, especially. If we just sat in a conference room and talk it out. Ah, a plot sensor. That person on the left is just Mariner. It's just Mariner with bigger hair. Yes, kill them all. Why would you... Okay. Kill him. Can he die? I mean, if you try to stab him, he's out of phase, right? So it should just go through.
True.
Is this a jellyfish? It has jellyfish tendrils. Jesus. Okay, now we have Mariner back. The Oakland? No. You don't want a spot on the Oakland. Listen, Oakland is a terrible city. You don't want to go to Oakland. I can only imagine a ship named after it is just as bad. This doesn't look very confined to quarters. This feels more like murder. Oh, hey, it's the farm. Nice. Yeah, just get a new paint job on the ship and turn on the lights and it'll be fine. Yes, exactly. Oh, God. How often does this happen?
Aw.
Is this Jen Hill too? That sounds like Jen. Okay, yes, I looked it up. That is Jen.
So
Did you do no research? That is a very good dog.
No.
Though. A very sweet dog. Oh, Boims. So, I'm surprised the people who were holed up on the ship didn't just, like, take a shuttle. Are there no shuttles? Maybe the shuttles are just gonna get, like, crushed if they turn them on. Boim us out! What's the actual bridge crew doing? Are they not concerned about the... Oh, wait, the bridge... This is the bridge crew.
This is the bridge crew.
And there was much rejoicing. Alright, is it a jellyfish? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yep. So they can just birth themselves however they like, apparently.
Oh, dog. Tendi, how did you do no research on dogs before designing one? You only looked at their malleable protein bonds? No. Ransom? No. Bad. All right. What's next? Oh, next is Contempt of Eels. Veritas. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be fine. Classic
Realized something
courtroom.
Realized something yesterday. I was told this might happen with an autism diagnosis, but I realized how much I hate fluorescent lights.
Yes.
Which, of course, can only mean one thing. I'm afraid I'm from the mirror universe. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure I'm
is
gonna
that an
like
autism
go
thing?
to
Do
go to
normal
anytime.
people are they not bothered by fluorescent lights?
I don't know. I just realized how stressed I get by them. Just like
Yeah, they're the worst.
They are bad, but like it's just it's the thing is like I'm so used to just sort of being stressed out all the time and just powering through it that like now I'm like only now noticing the constituent parts of that stress, and like those fluorescent lights were like
5,
freaking me
4,
the fuck out.
3, 2, 1, play.
The worst light-related thing is flickering lights. God.
That can be distracting. I don't know if that would be the worst for me in the same way.
I just cannot tune that out.
ADHD, so like a certain amount of like cool sensory like stimulus is nice. It's all very complicated in here.
It's the buzz that kills me.
I think I'm probably not as bothered by sound as by
But
light.
fluorescents are
I don't
just
know.
so loud.
Yeah, that is a thing that for some reason autistic people would notice.
Yeah, I don't think it.
Electricity
Yeah,
sound.
I don't think it's the noise that bothers me because I was noticing it like at the gym and like strength training class full of loud people lifting things. So like,
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm gonna go in with some sunglasses next time, so we'll find out if I'm still bothered by something.
So, Selma, how long until your autism diagnosis? What's going on there?
I was diagnosed when I was age 10.
Oh, okay, cool. We're 3 for 3. Listen, we've been watching Star Trek episodes every day for 4 or 5 years. It's a special interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also go to a film club where we, I'll watch a movie and then argue about it for 3 hours.
Jeez.
That's so much fun. Holy crap. But like, statistically speaking, that was also a pretty good predictor. Also, just having been diagnosed with ADHD already, like it's a little bit
Yeah.
weird to me that we don't just screen for that immediately. Like that's a good 15-20% chance. Like,
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is it's only recently been realized, oh yeah, you can totally be both.
yeah. It's also like we don't
my
have a good
screening was for both.
screening process. Yeah, we also don't have a good, like, inexpensive, like, first
Yeah.
sort of. There should be like a simple questionnaire that like everyone who can diagnose ADHD has, and then they would just say, you know, did you teach yourself to read? That would have taught me.
This whole thing is just a reference to Star Trek 6. Just
Yeah.
everything about it. The whole vibe. The truth. Oh, they have frog eyes. Is that Martok?
Maybe, yeah.
That sounds like Martok. Rogadaynar, that's a reference to... what's the episode?
Not sure. There's also a reference to the clip shows, even though this isn't actually a clip show.
Alright, well, she just said Space Seed. That's a reference to the episode Space Seed.
Yeah.
God, I know the Rogadaynar episode. I watched it recently. It's the episode with the orbiting gulag. The Hunted. That's the Rogadaynar episode. Okay, Soul Food Restaurants, that's a reference to
Deep Space Nine.
Homefront from Deep Space Nine. Where we go to Papa Cisco's restaurant. Brock's restaurant. The Genway maneuver.
Don't do that. I was gonna say that's gonna backfire there.
Mariner, what's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Correct, yes. Also, is that a sword on his back? Is that a cloud sword?
Cloud Sword, like Final Fantasy VII.
Sure, if that's the one Cloud is in. I never played Final Fantasy. I just know Cloud has a big sword. The Eels of Justice.
It's so neutral.
Oh, that is a sword. Point one. You know, as you do.
Yeah.
Just do it, son. Why does it make a transporter sound? On his what?
The nobly and flesh-eating bacteria on his penis.
He didn't say that. He only said
He started to.
he could have meant anything.
What other body part starts
On
with
his
a
pinochle
P?
playing hand.
Oh man.
Is this Star Trek 4, the headbands? Though I like that the headbands in this case are hiding the fact that they don't have pointed ears.
Yeah, yeah, it's a nice twist.
So, just curious if anybody knows off the top of the head, has the Doomsday Clock moved forward?
I believe so.
I don't know.
As someone who lives in Ground Zero of a First Strike location,
Yeah, I probably should
I'm
know.
curious.
Oh, also, that ship to the left of frame, that is from First Contact. That's the landing ship that the Vulcans came down in. The
It is the ship from First Contact.
what was it called? We got the name of
Are
it.
they
The Teplanahoth.
The Vulcan scout ship?
are they
Diplomata.
just
It's the Teplanahoth.
doing
Yes.
every movie they can in this one?
Yes, all of them. Mark Twain's got a gun. That's what the name of the episode. It's a two-part. It's part 2. Times Arrow Part 2. Mark Twain has a gun.
Did they just consistently confuse Bird of Prey and Warbird in this show? Unless they do it in one episode.
I think Star Trek just in general confuses them when it comes to Romulans.
That's the Vulcan shuttle from Unification.
All right, I'll count it.
Yep, it was the shuttle that they stole from the salvage yard, I think.
Nothing's gone missing from the salvage yard in 100 years. Rude. Very sassy of you, Rutherford.
It's a bunch of theatre as well, which is the best part.
Testify? What do you mean testify? The conference room is where all the big decisions happen. Oh, I didn't even remember the line. I just had the exact same thought she did.
Cat hair.
Jesus. So... Death by eels? You can't kill them. What do you think this is? A trial?
Little bars over their eyes.
Oh no.
No. One of those was a swear where the other one was censored by Tendi with different beeps. That's very nice. I like that a lot.
How do you get peer pressured into a classified black op? Now, see, that's a warbird. What they're in right now is a bird of prey.
Yeah.
Jesus. Maybe we should leave. Oh no, it's fine. Everything worked out. They got out of it by being off screen.
Oh, Greg Davis is the cleaner. I knew only one of you would get that.
Remans.
I recognize that. Oh, they were the worst. Oh, they were the worst. I'm not. No, it can't be. Because he's dead, unfortunately.
I guess Remans is specifically a reference to Nemesis because they only appear once.
Hmm.
Well,
Are they Makos?
That didn't even make any sense.
it's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Another complex censorship line. Nice.
Yeah, get healed. I can't wait to get to the planet with the, what is it, the volcano and the computer and the intelligent babies, like a system of checks and balances. Yeah, no, do you not have hierarchies in your society?
Yeah.
Well,
Who's the voice actor? Is this Red Foreman? Is this who is this voice
I
actor?
looked him up. The character's name is Clar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's a me.
That is Kurtwood Smith.
Kurtwood Smith, yeah, Red Foreman, also Clarence Bodiger, RoboCop. Yep, that's him.
Anorax from Voyager Year of Hell.
Yep, he was in Voyager Year of Hell.
This is a nice summary of how 2 episodes go.
Yeah.
They got a lot less weird after season 1, but they did start real weird. South Vampire, that's a reference to the first episode of TOS, which is called The Man Trap.
Yes.
This is the second Salt Vampire.
It's not even the first reference to salt vampires.
Wait, hang on.
Hey guys,
Salt
Did I miss a
vampires
lot?
are supposed to be extinct. That was a plot point in the first episode.
Maybe it's the same Salt Vampire.
Oh, that's just not right.
Was that goatee? Does that count as a Mirror Mirror reference?
No.
It's a stretch. But you know
Yeah.
what? For the sake of inflating the counter for my own amusement, I'll count it.
I think it counts. I think familiar character with goatee is a reference.
Oh, there we are. That's the direct reference.
Sub Rosa. That episode title I know. Why is that common knowledge? Is this taught in the Academy of the Ghosts?
Probably just rumors.
Oh, there we are. Drumhead.
Did he say Drumhead?
Yes, he did.
All right. The episode The Drumhead. Why do you have eels at a party? You're what? Wait,
I
what?
don't know, but whatever it was, it had to be bleeped.
But she's a cat.
Yeah.
What's with the eels?
This is a weird one.
This isn't a weird one. It's a perfectly normal party. Clar, you're an Imperial Magistrate. How could you only afford to rent your event silo for 22 minutes? We didn't even get to do any etching.
Is that actually what it means? Like
What
Spanish
means?
for clarity or something?
Yeah, why are we robbing Vulcan? I thought we were cool. Ugh, what do you want,
Oh, that's
John?
natural cue.
Well, this is a reference to the first episode of TNG, which
Yes.
was called something.
Encounter at
was
Farpoint.
Encounter at
Oh,
Farpoint.
Ah,
this is essentially the same thing.
How'd you forget
thing Cisco.
Encounter at Farpoint?
dude,
Yeah.
there's like 900 episodes of Star Trek. Give me a break.
That's a really funny quote from Q there.
Encounter at
Picard's no
Farpoint.
fun. He's always quoting Shakespeare, blah, blah, blah.
Eh,
Always making
Encounter at
wine.
Farpoint.
Yeah.
All right, next episode is Crisis Point. Encounter at Crisis Point. Which is the episode we just watched was a bunch of movie references, and now we're doing a movie parody.
The Louis?
Crisis Point is the one where it's a movie, yeah.
And did you see that they had a poster for each season of the 5 films?
Oh yeah.
I did not see
It's a
that.
shame we don't
Did
get
you?
any more of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So it made it to 6.
I think initially it was a fan who was creating them, and then for the last couple of seasons they hired him to do it.
5,
Oh,
4,
nice.
3, 2, 1. Crisis Point. TV 14 for violence. If you're 13 or younger, you have to click away. You're not allowed to watch.
That was very almost the Archer theme.
The Saga of Vindicta,
Oh,
Part
the
1.
scene I need to look up how many episodes of Vindicta there are. I love this scene. Well, we are delicious. Yes. I love these lizards. These lizards are my favorite species in this show. No, they just want to bask.
Those are not Gorn, so nobody called them Gorn.
These guys look a little less intelligent than the Gorn. I don't... They have an intelligence score of like 8 or 9 at the most. The horror.
Yeah.
She definitely needs therapy.
Did you say this isn't the 80s?
Don't IQ
dude,
shame
or
the not
something like
Gorn.
that?
Dr. Miglimo. I'm surprised that Dr. Miglimo became like a primary character in later seasons. Okay, so 2 violations of the Prime Directive make a right.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't really have a choice there. Mariner started the whole last war.
They will no longer suffer from rat oppression.
Honestly, like, if you send an ensign down there in the first place, what are you doing? And also, if you're sending an ensign down
Why
there, that means
her?
that they're contacting Starfleet, which means you kind of should be getting involved.
If you're gonna send an ensign, why is that the ensign you're sending?
Yeah.
Any excuse to bring more Paul F. Tompkins is good for me.
Yes.
Paul F. Tompkins in this show?
PFT.
Wait, who's he playing this show?
Him.
Oh, he's Miglimo.
Yeah.
I only ever heard the name or
Is Miglimo.
saw his face well after this show came out. So I never made the connection. Yeah, this is him. I just know him from Dropout. The couple of things he was in there.
Oh, yeah. And also in BoJack Horseman as Mr. Peanut Butter.
Okay,
But
no,
yes.
no shot can I remember the name of the episode from Voyager with Da Vinci in it.
No, but Da Vinci was in Voyager. He never did Trap or Skeet, so
Are you saying this holodeck simulation might be apocryphal?
I mean,
Also, in
Something like
Voyager,
that.
Da Vinci was played by Gimli, son of Gloin.
he was played by the professor from Sliders. I think the professor from Sliders. Also, the guy from Indiana Jones. I'm trying to think of his name now. Sala from Indiana Jones. He was in Raiders. He was in the latest one. The Depends of Dysentery. Yep. the Depths of Dementia. A Dial of Destiny. That's what it was.
Okay. Oh god, it's already got film grain in the... Crisis Point, the
Vindicta.
rise of Vindicta. I'm pretty sure she just used generative AI for this.
Is this-
I don't think she wrote much at all.
Is this is kind of a riff on the theme of Wrath of Khan? Or one of them.
No, this is just the main theme
Final
of
Frontier?
the show.
It is the main theme of the show.
But this is from
Yeah.
Jerry Goldstein.
The tag The Depths of Dementia is more fitting to that movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Cabo Lake, command retreat. Look at all this bloom going on this film set. So this is...
Uh,
Don't we? Wait, I thought we did have a San Clemente. Isn't that one of the ones that shows up in all the California classes? Yeah, the San Clemente is in fact one of the ships that actually shows up later in the show. So this is wrong. This is not a perfectly accurate simulation.
This is just a motion picture.
God. At least it doesn't last
This
nearly
is
as long
straight
as the
up
motion picture.
movie music. I guess I never recognized
Somebody
that they
needs to
really
debug
ripped off the
T
motion picture
holodeck.
music to create the lower decks
Sorry,
theme.
lens flares. I can't see.
Well, they are. Oh, this is pretty long.
This is pretty long.
As a proportion of the runtime of the episode, probably longer. And
Yeah.
I would love this simulator technology. This would be great.
But also immediately misused.
Oh yeah, horribly. Like,
I don't care who you
Lieutenant
are.
Broccoli.
Starships are hot.
Just
Yep.
everything about him.
Yeah, that whole LaForge thing.
LaForge, no, the goddess of empathy is the problem. How do you even know it's an enemy vessel? It's a Klingon ship. What do you mean, Jax? Oh, it has extra guns. Oh, that's Boimler. Okay. No, Beckett, that's racist.
as it happens, accurate, but you know.
She's right, but she doesn't know that. She's just stereotyping.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, this isn't a wrestling match. Pillboy. Fair.
Yeah.
Man, He's so sassy this season.
That sounded like Pillboy more than
Oh, Dib Vindicta. I I think that's another reference to Star Trek 6. It's different lines, but it's
Yeah.
a villain quoting Shakespeare.
Yep.
Bye.
Oh.
No capes. Did he just swear on my Star Trek? He can't do that. No, Beckett. Wait, does the Lundy's right sister know life?
No.
No. No, nobody gonna try to. Oh no, someone's gonna try to stop him. Wait, no. Why are you running away? Shoot him. He's on the ground. Is this why he doesn't date Tendy? Because he wants to date Billups?
I would date Tendy.
Weird that the safety protocols are still working.
Andy's great, yeah.
It's a good line checks. Gross. Beckett, you're covered. I thought you were cool, Shax. You just exploded. That's messed up. Beckett should probably go to therapy again.
Over 5 years.
No, Tendy, just leave. I appreciate that the blood is hologrammed away.
Yeah.
Good attention to detail. Though I think Mariner's cheating. I think she programmed all the officers on the ship to be physically incapable of hitting her.
Someone needs to say it. Beckett needs to get laid.
No, she needs to get therapy.
Yeah.
Okay, now is this Generations?
It
or
could be
is this-
both, Ryan. It could be
or is
both.
this the search for Spock? Oh, this is Generations. Got it.
Sex therapy.
Sex therapy. There you go.
Okay,
Sex
first
therapy.
one and then the other.
Leave Vindicta alone.
Both at the same time.
Fascinating that she survived at orbital velocity slamming into the ground.
Warning, ship has crashed. You don't say.
Yeah.
Thanks, computer.
Overflow with load infection.
Oh, of course.
He's having hero worship of a holographic version of
Of
This
his boss,
hero?
yeah.
Oh.
Also, we only transported off some of the people on the ship. Rutherford, you did help actually murder a lot of them with a gun.
True.
But it's okay, they're not real. It's fine. Everything's fine.
She would fit in really well in Drow society.
Mariner, is this worse than shampoo? Rickety Metal Catwalk. That's a reference to the Nexus
Generations.
movie. Oh, that's Generations again.
Yeah.
Generations.
Yeah.
Where you had Ian McCollum. Is it Ian McCollum? Ian McKinnon?
No.
I don't know. One of
Ian
them.
McDermott.
Ian McDermott. There you go. One of those guys.
Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell. Thank you. Great. He was in Wing Commander 4, Price of Freedom, and he was an evil admiral. He was the evil admiral. Yep. He did a light treason. He did a light treason.
What are you
Uh,
talking about?
Now kiss.
Wow, 500 white actors later.
500 white actors later. No, Scottish
It's
actors.
Ian McDermott, Ian
McDowell.
Malcolm in the middle. The guy that plays the Prophet of Truth.
The Prophet of Truth.
I don't remember. Assassin. The guy who plays General Zod in Superman. What's his name? Is that Towel Guy?
Not yet, anyway.
Which one? Classic or Snyder?
I have only seen like a screenshot and it looked super old, so I'm gonna go ahead and say classic. Old white guy plays the Prophet of Truth in Halo 3. Plays Vankar Cameron in Oblivion. Mariner, you're animated at a higher frame rate in this particular shot. Why is that?
Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp, that's my guy. Maybe go see Nick Mo. Maybe go see Mr. Tompkins again.
Yeah.
But the Mariner in the simulation is created from her own logs, so she's always thought that way. She just didn't quite realize what she was saying.
The warp core. I was thinking, like, is she a shapeshifter? Is she possessed by an alien?
C. First Miglamo and the Go to Holodeck, Run Program Riker 1, have fun.
PFT is great.
Yeah, now that I know it's him, that's a very him character.
Yes.
Shorty reference.
He was amazing as Santa Claus.
So you can get all kinds of private information about people if you just scan the logs. This is again how Starfleet is really a big brother state. You can access any private information about people that you want. It's just that people don't. You good? Search for Spock.
No, thank you.
Thanks, Gimli.
Oh, there's a reference to. Is it 4 or 5?
Just the font.
No, they signed their names.
Oh, that was
This show has an amazing cast. Billux
yeah,
is
that's
Paul
familiar,
Sheep,
but
Badgie
I
is
just
Jack
know it was one of the
McBrayer.
TOS ones.
It was one of the films that they did it in. I think it might have been 5.
Alright, last episode today is the season finale, No Small Parts. No small parts. Sure, I'll count that. So we're up to 41.
The font is from Undiscovered Country.
Okay,
Yes.
that would make sense. It's the last one they did.
A send off, yeah. Big curtain call.
So we're up to 41 references that we were able to name specific episodes or movies that they came from. 41 so far.
We look for things that make us go.
That's just under 5 per episode. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna come up a lot. 4, 3, 2,
41
1.
that we know.
Play. Oh, this one's for language and violence.
Ooh.
Like Romulan or okay, no. Oh, this episode.
Oh, this is a
Ritual
direct
of the
reference to the
Archons.
original series. Yeah.
Ugh. Very cute detail that they use the animated series versions of Kirk and Spock.
Yeah.
Obey,
This is the
Landru.
first one with the Pagels, right?
Do not obey.
Pickles. Oh, the voice is trying. But yes, it is. I love the do not obey sticker.
It's so good.
Old scientists.
It's going to be a long running joke.
Yep. I forgot that they did it in the first season.
Yeah, me too.
New aliens every week, you say, Jack. But that's not a reference to a specific episode, so it doesn't count for
Yep.
the counter.
Some intervention. Yep, that's
Yeah.
accurate.
And a
Who do
good
you think
episode
it
from
is?
Strange New Worlds.
Frankly, it's the best episode of Strange New Worlds. Those Old Scientists is 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's your Chadich. Boims.
I feel like the Omelas episode has TOS beat.
I mean, that one's good, but I wouldn't say it's better.
Oh.
Ah, this is the language they were talking about. Fire phasers from orbit, just kill them both.
My baby is.
That was a good cut.
Perfectly cut screams. They left his jacket down there. That's a violation of the Prime Directive. That has Starfleet technology on it.
Like the zipperless zippers.
I believe it only happens exactly one time that someone like takes off the jacket, and that's Ro. And it has a zipper in the front, apparently. It's just completely invisible.
Yeah.
And also, it somehow magically transports the Tom badge from the outside to the inside.
It works very well. The Solvang. Is this the shoe lady?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, this is the shoe lady. No, don't worry. You've got
I kind of
thoughts to
prefer the
clean it
old
up
Navy
perfectly for
uniforms.
you.
Look more cozy.
Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and say reference to Samaritan Snare right away. If nothing else, that ship that's making up the beak is from Samaritan Snare. All right, yeah, no more Solvang. That's took care of that problem. Captain Freeman Day is a reference to the Pegasus. Captain Picard Day.
True.
Soma, any thoughts?
Um, that was such an accent. To be honest, I don't personally mind when people are just unknowingly making a mocking British accent and not deliberately.
Yeah.
and
If
not
they know it's
actively trying.
right.
If they're honestly just doing it for the sake of fun, I'm fine with it.
He did also do a bad cowboy accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jasmine. Long time no
Although
see.
an American doing a bad cowboy
Hello.
accent is
Yeah.
How's everyone doing?
still different.
Hi.
We're doing good. We're trying to figure out how the TNT jackets work. Because Rolaren takes them off, and then she's able to have the comm badge on.
No. Jack, no.
That was a massive slip of the tongue.
I guess Mariner just has that effect on people because Boims had the exact same slip up last episode. Wolf 359. That
359 was
is
his job.
best
Best
of
of
both
both
worlds.
worlds.
Part 2 specifically.
Yep.
I was watching Best of Both Worlds Part 2 the other week, and the Borg corridors are so narrow, and then they attack this light at the top of the corridor, and that's what like blows up. It's like such a minimal effect to give us the suspense.
I feel really, really bad for Shax because she just revealed. Tana just revealed that she has coital hooks like a regular cat. No.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, she's male? Wait.
No.
Okay.
Yes, your future girlfriend.
Sorry. Male cats also have barbs on their member. So there's hooks and barbs going on for cat intercourse. And then we went over last week that the Sacramento is the in line with the California class being named after California cities.
Does he outrank her? Jesus.
I like how, sorry to spoil, but at the end the exocomp runs away, and it's like if you truly had a sentient life form, it would be like, I didn't sign up for like the
What
dirty work you don't want to do.
what episode are exocomps from? What's the name of the episode? It's late TNG.
Yeah.
No, it's early TNG.
The
Oh
like
god, that doesn't
possibility
even
of
look
life,
like
quality
Mariner.
of no, something about life.
Quality of life.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, quality of life. Okay.
Quality of life.
Thank you, chat. It was
Season 6.
it was the idea that thank you that life could be microscopic and like intelligent life
Well,
could be microscopic.
it wasn't microscopic. Like we could see it.
Yeah, okay, but like in a subterranean, like
The question was whether these little robots counted as life.
what was the other one though? They had a terraforming. Yeah, they took over the exobots then. Like there was life on the planet that took over the exobots and then started taking over.
I think you might be conflating a couple episodes, but there was a nanobot episode early in season 1, maybe 2.
Okay, that's the one I'm conflating. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And that's the one
The
where
ugly bags
Data's
of mostly
attack.
water episode.
Ugly bags
No,
and mostly
that's
water. Yeah, those ones took
5.
over the internal computer of the Enterprise.
Right, that's the nth degree though, right? Or no?
No,
I'm
no,
confu-
no.
I'm
Nth
confusing
degree
both
was
episodes.
Barkley taking over the
Cyprian.
Enterprise because he got really smart.
No, but there was an yeah, but both times there were these like big head aliens that were like observing us.
Wait, the one with the nanites was the first episode in season 3.
Okay, yeah. Because season 3 episode... People say TNG got good in season 3, and it did, but it got good in season 3 episode 2.
So
It was pretty good in season 2 already. Like noticeably better.
like I'm saying, even watching Best of Both Worlds, it was kind of like they did a lot of your imagination was doing a lot of the work there.
Just in like the Borg costumes and whatnot, or
Yeah, I think like those corridors were definitely more cramped than we remember. And remember, we're coming off Q Who, but then something else I had forgotten.
It grew a beard.
Something else I'd
Yes.
forgotten was they hinted at the Borg attack in the Neutral Zone episode, which ended season 1.
On accident.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that something to make them go? They're doing dramatic movie lighting immediately after the episode where they made fun of dramatic movie lighting.
yeah. Some sort of binding arm.
I'm curious, now that you guys have recently seen almost every Star Trek show known to man, if you have any reflections or something.
My main reflection is it's a good TV show. Star Trek is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Mark
reflection
Twain,
is
best Bay, best character.
you know, growing up when we only had 4 shows, Voyager was my least favorite, but I think Voyager's amazing and Enterprise is amazing, and sometimes, you know, the crazy thing, I was watching the Sunkatse episode where Seven fights The Rock, and you think, you know, oh, it's just a UPN promotional episode because they own wrestling at the time, but
I
the
mean,
guy
it
who
was.
plays
That's exactly what
it
it
is.
is.
Fair enough, fair enough.
It can still
But-
be a good episode. It's just
But you know, the Martok character who plays the Hirogen, and of course we get Jeffrey Combs playing Not Wayun. And so I actually like the Martok guy because he teaches Seven because of his son who was captured, and you know, so you grow on these characters.
and there
and try
are
to
there are good episodes of Voyager for sure, but
Our ship is
I'm just
the
thinking 40
Mondor. We are far from home.
in 45 minutes you fall in love with some of these characters, and even Voyager was able to do that successfully many times.
I think 7 definitely helped.
You didn't need her though. Honestly, I think each of those Voyager characters stood really well on their own.
Yeah,
If anything, Seven came to dominate the show too much.
most of them were pretty
Most
good
of them.
characters.
I like this because what's on the screen? Because that's the conflict between her and her daughter, and now she's finally useful.
God.
We need someone who breaks all the rules.
These guys have worse cybersecurity than Starfleet. How is that even possible?
It's because they're a hodgepodge of all different alien technologies. So imagine if you had like DOS communicating with like Windows 7.
Could also be an intentional thing left behind, like a Trojan horse, or because they like capture people and force them to, you know, install the technology and whatnot. But they're probably too stupid to check their work, as we saw they did with Geordi. So they could
Mhm.
just as easily just put in no like protections at all.
Mhm.
Why? Why do you have to go pick up a phaser? You guys have phasers under your seats.
I like how the dynamics is basically between that and the Shrike.
Okay, hang on. That's a fencing thing. Is that a reference to Captain Picard or is that a reference to Barclay?
It's a reference to the Mannheim effect. Oh, we got a Batleth and
Batleth
fencing.
is a very good weapon.
If
What
you
was
say
that
so.
helmet though?
That looks like one of Worf's holodeck programs. He had these like skull aliens.
Besties. Okay, that totally just killed him, right? She just sliced him right in the
Yep.
face. Peanut hamper can solve it. Now, to be fair to Peanut Hamper, the whole reason that exocomps were considered alive in the first place is because of their self-preservation.
Yep.
So that's actually a nice callback.
Yeah, but what if like the Mars rover was like, I'm not gonna drive into that ditch. I'm like, I haven't figured out, I don't feel like I feel lethargic
Well,
today.
that's why it's not alive.
Yeah, so get in there, exocomp.
Did you have to plug it into your skull? Could you not just like carry it
Yeah.
there? Do you not have pockets?
So sorry, this show is so terrible though. They warp away and the exocomp's just floating in space at the end of the episode. That's what they get for being such a dick to the rest of the crew and the mission and the plot.
Yes, Shax is having a great time. He loves his job.
The sequoia, of course, is a famous redwood tree that's in California.
You're a famous redwood tree in California.
God, sequoias are absolutely everywhere. This place is infested with sequoias.
Kind of cool.
I walked through a whole forest of sequoias this morning.
Fair. Snapped his
That's
neck.
pretty amazing. I'm kind of jealous. New York State has
If I have something
some
to
very old
scream
growth.
about it. Oh, shucks.
New York State has some very old growth forests. It goes back to the Ice Age, and there's only a few like that in the world left.
Thanks, Shax.
They showed the machine taking a dump.
So Shax, of course, fan favorite character. Everybody loves him. Therefore, they must bring him back in later seasons. Legally obligated. Can we detonate the warp core?
Eject the warp core first, right?
I don't know that you really need to. We just want to use the explosion.
That's funny because in Star Trek 1, the motion picture, they ask, first the thing is supposed to be like 2 astronomical units wide. But I just learned that actually
Another
That's the
Enterprise.
TNG theme.
woo,
It works really well as a battle song, actually.
Mhm.
the cavalry is here. Oh, by the way, it's from Star Trek 1, the motion picture, by the way. So Jerry Goldsmith, rest in peace.
Oh. Troy is, of course, still a commander. She took the commander's test in TNG, so she's got the pips. Good for her. So yes, significant difference between a support engineering ship that just got absolutely destroyed, and then, the Titan is not a support ship; it's a murder ship. Pakla is not actually that strong. It's just that this is the Cerritos.
Yeah. Also, Jonathan Frakes keeps up his record of being in the most Star Trek series than anyone else.
Oh, Sovereign class. That's First Contact.
He was in Voyager as Thomas Riker. He was in Enterprise with a cameo with Troy, and These Are the Voyages. And now he's here. This was a tough thing. Like, someone's rehab is like they have to meet their friends all over again.
What's tough about
This
it? You
is a-
get to meet your friends all over again.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, shucks.
That's weirdly highly detailed. That's like the beauty frames in.
It's like in
SpongeBob
SpongeBob.
SquarePants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's keeping his earring.
Why do you have a pineapple on your shelf?
So in the motion
Don't worry,
picture,
crew.
right?
Like in Star Wars, nobody is really gone.
No, people should definitely be gone in Star Wars. Stop resurrecting the dead.
Well, pineapple could signify one of two things. Either she's a swinger or she's a stoner.
Or pineapple is the breakfast of choice on the day shift.
Pineapple is very delicious.
Reed likes pineapple. Malcolm Reed.
Also, I think it has like an enzyme that's supposed to be really good for marinating meats.
Yeah, it dissolves everything.
She doesn't look like a stoner to me, so.
So in the motion picture, they talk about blowing up the warp core, and they ask, "Is that going to destroy this giant, alien ship 2 astronomical units wide?" And Scotty says, "When that much matter and antimatter come together, I, it sure will. It sure will." So
Yeah, a ship two AU across just feels like the writers don't know what they're talking about.
So the fun
That-
fact I learned though, the original script has 2,000 AU across, and
Yeah,
then the
no.
editor
Jesus.
in his editor chair was like, if anyone knows what that means, we need to fix it
Nice
to just
Scottish
2."
accent there.
I'll try it again.
Gross, Ransom. Leave her alone.
She's in a relationship and she has probably a kid at this point.
And clearly doesn't even like him anyway, so.
Yeah.
No, Yuri's Chadich. What did you just call him?
Boimler.
Said Boimler.
Used to be sharp. Boimler, we just had a whole thing about how you were scared of losing her if she moved away. Now you're... What is wrong with you? You used to be cool.
Why is there? Why do they have the old uniforms?
Because that's the flagship.
Because these are
just trying to...
these are murder ship uniforms as opposed to support ship uniforms.
I mean, Strangely Worlds made it kind of they have
Shut up,
different
Jen.
uniforms, and even Deep Space Nine and such to an extent. Oh yep.
No, I beg to disagree with you so much.
Well, that's
said
a
the thing.
reference.
He said the thing,
That's a reference.
but not to a specific episode.
No, it's not to a specific episode.
Well,
'cause
I feel like
one
it's the
I saw
season
during
finale.
G&G.
It's the
So-
season.
No,
it's
it's
the
not.
it's the series finale he's referencing when he was on the holodeck.
There we are.
Remember?
You know what?
No,
Sure, I'll count that.
that's
All good.
Well,
What was the? These are the voyages.
canonically, it takes place during the phasing ship episode.
It's the Phoenix.
There's the exoba. Yeah, wait, but Riker when he plays the trombone. He
Oh,
does
now
count
we
down.
get an ad for Star Trek Discovery. No, thank you.
So he does do a countdown, I think, when he has a jazz concert. So
We've been there. We've done that. We didn't enjoy it.
Enjoy
I
it. Shut up.
enjoyed it. You didn't enjoy it.
Me and the voices in my head.
so we finished 7
Season
shows
1
together
is
or 8
done.
shows together?
Season 1 is done.
Yep.
9. Okay, 8 shows.
10.
10 episodes per season, 5 episodes per stream.
No, I meant how many. So we did the 4 original series, and then
For
we
more to
did,
go.
Oh.
Let's see,
Discovery.
we did the
and-
Abrams movies. We did Deep Space Nine, Discovery, Enterprise, Section 31, Picard, Prodigy, the animated series, The Next Generation, the original series, and Voyager.
It's 11. With 11 installments together.
It's a lot of Star Trek. A lot of Star Trek.
Have a
All right.
great day.
All right. Yes, everyone go away.
Live long and prosper.
I have a movie to finish.
Bye.
What are you watching?
Section 31.
Tarkovsky's Stalker. Definitely something
Well,
I would
see
be
you
watching
next
because I'm
week.
watching it for